Hey guys, welcome back to Nick Does It, where I do it. Today is a very special motherfucking day, okay? I am doing something that I have never done before and something really fun that I've been looking forward to all motherfucking year. I have listened to so many new albums that have come out in 2025. There has been lots of bops and some flops. There's about 30 albums, okay? I use this app called Music Board. It's really fun. You can rate albums and make a list. I have another list, like my favorite albums of all time. There's like over 100 albums on there. You can like organize it however you want. But we're gonna be going through and talking a little about each album and why they're at the place they're ranked at. And how I felt about them and just music in general this year. Coming in at number 30, we have It's Not That Deep by Demi Lovato. I honestly haven't listened to it front to back since that reaction video because I just feel, I don't know. Majority of it, other than Fast and Kiss, I really like those songs, and Frequency. Those three songs I come back to, but the rest, it wasn't intriguing enough. Coming in at number 29, we have WWP, the EP by Tyla. This was a really good, cute, fun EP, but since it was so short, 3 out of the 4 songs, okay, so like we got some cute little bops, so obviously nothing too memorable. I really like the song Mr. Media though. Coming in at number 28, we have Don't Tap the Glass by Tyler Creator. This was another album that I enjoyed, okay? It had its fun moments, like Ring Ring Ring, Sugar on My Tongue. Okay, like, there was a few fun, cute bops, but the album as a whole was very forgettable, and compared to everything else that was released this year, another album I didn't find myself coming back to that often. Number 27, we have Finally Over It by Summer Walker. This didn't come out too long ago, but I've listened to it front to back a couple of times, and there's a few songs that I listen to like every day. Robbed You is one of my favorite songs. Baby, even though we don't fuck with Chris Brown in this house, I literally skip his part, but the instrumental and just that whole song, I'm obsessed. I really like House Sway, but it definitely does not compare to her other work. For sure. Over I listen to the most because that's like, bitch, that's a classic. Number 26, we have Bite Me by Renee Rapp. She is vocalist queen. She's so talented. I love her personality. Like, I want to be best friends with her. She's so funny. The thing about this album, a lot of the songs were bops. I really like Leave Me Alone, Mad, Why Is She Still Here? Like, the first 3 songs, we start off really strong. Majority of it is just basic kind of pop that isn't too interesting or too intriguing, but knowing what she is capable of, it's like, queen, we know you can do more than this. You can give us like vocal, the house boots down song. As an album as a whole, it's just not wow enough. Number 25, we have Something Beautiful by Miley Cyrus. I really, really enjoyed this album. I used to listen to it a lot when it first came out. Every Girl You've Ever Loved and Walk of Fame. I love, love, love those songs. And Pretend You're God. Okay, there's like a lot of really good career motherfucking highlights on this album, but the weird fucking preludes and interludes and weird shit that she like added in there that seemed like kind of filler-ish is what led me to have a lower ranking of this album, and I don't find myself listening to any of the other songs other than 1 or 2. Coming in at number 24, we have Frequencies Volume 1, the EP by The Dare. I really, really enjoyed The Dare, okay? He is a producer. His music, it's Take Me to the Club, but it's also so, like, electronic with a hint of hyperpop. It's so intriguing and interesting. And this EP, it was short, but all the 4 songs that were on this EP were just so fun. None of them were like actual songs, they were just instrumentals. But Tambourine, he was doing a little talking, a little singing or whatever in there. That's my favorite. Coming in at number 23, we have Princess of Power by Marina. This album gets so much hate, and I honestly don't understand why. Like, I understand a little. The only song would hate on is Butterfly because, I don't know, I can't fully get into it. It's just not doing it for me. But the rest of the album's just, like, really fun. And it has that, like, very video game-ish vibe and, like, fantasy vibe. And it's very cohesive in that way. And the album cover is fucking gorgeous. Coming in at number 22, we have Am I the Drama by Cardi B. This was a really fun album, and it was fun at the time. Listening to it now, a lot of the songs I'm kind of just like, all right, I'm kind of over it a little. I feel like her first album, Invasion of Privacy, still is definitely more replayable. Coming in at number 21, we have The Life of a Showgirl. I hated on this album when I listened to it, and I still am hating on it because it literally is Taylor's worst album. Like, we know, Queen, you can do so much better than this. Like, you've shown us you can do better than this. Like, so to be at this point in her career and have that kind of like low point, it's like, if you don't compare it to the rest of her stuff, it's still a fun album and enjoyable to listen to for the most part. There's some songs that she cannot be forgiven for, like Canceled and Eldest Daughter. Those are automatic skips. But the rest of the album is not as bad as people make it out to seem. And it's grown on me a lot. It really has. Coming in at number 20, we have I'm Only Fucking Myself by Lola Young. I never was a Lola Young stan until this year, and I listened to this album. Obviously, I know her songs like Messy. Listening to it as a whole literally like blew me the fuck away. Not expecting to enjoy it that much. Her vocal abilities are just genuinely insane. All right, and she has that like raspiness and that like, fuck everyone, that song. Girl, we have a little like rock in there, like a lot of rock, but then we have a lot of like melodic songs. It's just, I was very impressed. Coming in at number 19, we have V by Doja Cat. This album was really fun, but compared to the rest of her work, it's definitely my least favorite. I just don't find myself replaying it. Other than Amen, Gorgeous, All Mine, like there's a few songs sprinkled here and there, and it's a good album. It's just not as memorable as her other ones. Coming in at number 18, we have Midnight Sun by Zara Larsson. We know her big hits. She's queen. Like, I never had a problem with her, but I was gagged, okay? Like, it was fun. It took 2 listens, I feel like, to fully, like, get into it and understand. The first time I was like, oh, this is what everyone's gagging about. But then the second time I was like, wait, okay, like, I see why they're gagging. It's just fun. Saturn's Return, that song eats, all right? Her vocals. Coming in at number 7, we have Pre-Cum by Aisha Radhika. Queen finally came back and gave us another album after so many years and after hiatuses where she like deleted all her songs off everything. But here she is in 2025 giving us another album, giving OG Aisha, but it's also so like stepped up. It's better quality. Like Gang, Giddy Up, Runway, Menlo Park, girl, just the whole like EP. It was short, but it's just so fun. Coming in at number 16, we have Moisturizer by Wet Leg. I've never listened to a Wet Leg album either before this, but I was so intrigued by the album cover, okay, because that album cover just eats down. I was just as impressed by the music. It's just very like indie rock and like just vibes. Like CPR, Keshi's Fist, Jennifer's Body. That song eats down. 1121, the vocals on that, I can't. Coming in at number 15, we have Smoochies by Ash Nico. You guys saw my reaction to this. You know I love that album. It was just so much fun, and it was very Ash Nico, but it was very, like, elevated in a way. It felt, like, new and fresh, and I just had a lot of fun with it. And that whole album is just, like, banger after motherfucking banger. There's not really a song that I genuinely dislike. Number 14, we have Icon Baby by Chase Icon. If you're not listening to Chase Icon, girl, get the fuck on it, okay? She is so kind. This is like her first full-length album. She has had other EPs, and I've listened to like a few of her songs and like TikTok edits and whatever, but I've never listened to a lot of her work, okay? So listening to this album front to back, I was like, this is what we need right now. It just gives you that good positive vibes and energy that you need. Coming in at number 13, we have Club Shy Room 2, the EP by Shy Girl. All right, this EP ate down. Je m'appelle, Flex, Immaculate, and Fuck Me. That track run, give it to me. If you're also not listening to Shy Girl, get the fuck on it, all right? I like a very upbeat club type vibe a lot of the time. Shy Girl, Chase Icon, Slater, like all these cunty artists just make you feel And Aisha, of course. This EP is just so, so good, and definitely another career highlight for Shy Girl. Coming in at number 12, we have Addison by Addison Rae. The debut album, it finally came, and it shook everyone by how good it was. We already knew it was gonna bang by the single she released before, but listening to the album as a whole and having just all the songs like as a story and in order, and having some of the transitions with the interludes, it just, you really blew us out of the water, and it was just a lot better than I feel like anyone could have ever guessed. A lot of the songs I come back to because there's not a bad song on that album as well. Coming in at number 11, we have Eternal Sunshine, Brighter Days Ahead by Ariana Grande, the deluxe version of Eternal Sunshine. It finally came, and she came out with a movie to go along with it, and it was just iconic as fuck. The songs she added, it really just, it fit the vibe perfectly. We had the extended intro, End of the World, which was alright. It didn't give me too much. I don't know. I was expecting more, but the rest of the deluxe tracks just bang after bang after bang. Dandelion, Hampstead, Past Life. I mean, it's Queen. Like, she's gonna eat no matter what. Now, we are finally reaching the top 10 albums. This is NickDoesIt's top 10 albums of 2025. Alright, lock the fuck in. Get ready. Coming in at number 10, we have West End Girl by Lily Allen. She's obviously not a new artist, and we know of Lily Allen. We knew that she was married to David Harbour and stuff, but I was not aware, as most people were not aware of the whole situation between them until this album came out, and she went into complete detail about everything and their whole relationship and the situationships that happened within there, and the hurt and the emotions. And it's just immediately off first listen, I just was like, first of all, fuck David Harbour. Second of all, just wow. I was captivated. She's such a good storyteller in the way that she is reading off messages or reciting conversations. It's so real and raw. Coming in at number 9, we have Man's Best Friend by Sabrina Carpenter. The first time I listened to this album, I was like, I made a reaction video to it, and I was gonna post it, but then literally the next day after I was listening to it again, I disagreed with almost everything I said, and I had a totally different opinion and different approach. Okay, obviously that happens when you re-listen to things, but this was like a total 360 shift. The first time I was really disappointed, but the second time I was like, oh wait, this eats, alright? And every song, we have Tears, Sugar Talking, which is my personal favorite on the album, Never Getting Laid, which is my other favorite on the album, When Did You Get So Hot, House Tour. Yes, it's giving short and sweet, but it's also giving Man's Best Friend, and that's kind of like her thing. I don't know, it worked. It worked. Coming in at number 8, we have Wishbone by Conan Gray. All right, this album, he went back to his roots for this album. If you saw my reaction to it, you know I loved it so, so much. It's only grown on me more and more by the months, all right? This whole album is so beautiful and so personal and so, just so mature. He sounds different, he's talking different, it's just, but it feels so Conan as well. I'm seeing him on the Wishbone tour, bitch, in February. So I'm ready to be gagged. Coming in at number 7, we have Deadbeat by Tame Impala. Everyone was hating on this album, but this album was just as good as any of his other albums. Alright, he doesn't know how to make bad music, I fear. Every single album he's dropped is just so, like, wow, like nothing you've heard before. And this is very much a more like club vibe, but it's still so him. Every single song on this album is just amazing. My Old Ways, Dracula, Loser, Oblivion, Obsolete, Afterthought, End of Summer. Like, please, enough with the hate. Stop lying to yourself. Coming in at number 6, we have Eusexia Afterglow Deluxe Edition. I just reacted to this, and you guys know it left me gagged, and I've only been gagged since it came out. FK Twigs is like no other. I'm finally seeing her in concert. I was supposed to see her last March in Toronto, but the whole tour got canceled, and then it got rescheduled, and she never rescheduled the Canada dates, so that wasn't cute. But to make up for it, she's finally actually coming to Canada in March, so I'm finally seeing her, and I'm just I'm ready for choreography. I'm ready for vocals. I'm ready to just be taken on a fucking journey. Coming in at number 5, we have Sincerely by Kali Uchis. I saw her on tour and I saw her sing most of the songs on this album, and it made it that much better. Queen doesn't need auto-tune. She is just naturally, her voice is just a gift. It's beautiful. This whole album is just beautiful vibes, and just number 3 on my Spotify Wrapped of most played albums. It's just so good. Coming in at number 4, we have Fancy That by Pink Panthers. Illegal, I was bumping that shit like 1,000 times before it even became a TikTok trend. Like, that was my song. But now I'm kind of like a little over it since it's like really popular. That whole EP is just so fun, and she's so interesting, and her little samples she uses, it's just so... She's an artist, all right? And this EP... Girl Like Me, Tonight, Noises, Nice to Know You, Stateside, Romeo, every fucking song. Coming in at number 3, we have Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You by Ethel Cain. I also saw this album on tour, and girl, I was sobbing. It was life-changing. Insert a clip right here. Just by nature, easy to hate, easy to blame. Just, she's insane. And this album was an incredible follow-up to Preacher's Daughter. A little prequel moment. And it was just as emotionally wrecking, captivating. It's just, it's hard to explain how she makes you feel, genuinely, and how this album makes you feel. If you want to know how it made me feel, watch my reaction video to it, because I went through emotions, girl. Coming in at number 2, we have Virgin by Lorde, which I also was able to see in concert. Like, the concept of me seeing my top, like, 3 albums in concert this year was just... captivating. Truly, it was. And in my head, the visions never stop. These ribbons wrap me up, but when I reach for you, there's just a supercut. In your car, the radio up. In your car, the radio up. We keep trying to talk about us. How someone you may be my love. I'll be your quiet afternoon crush. Be your fine over my rush. Make you crazy over my touch. But it's just a super kind of us. Super kind of us. Oh, it's just a super... Lorde, do I have to explain to you that it was life-changing and that I still think about it literally every day since it happened? Like, and this album, I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say. This is up there with the rest of her albums. She gave the girls what they wanted. And sometimes these bitches were still complaining. But I was never complaining. I was eating it up. I love this album so much. Hammer, Shapeshifter, Favorite Daughter, David, Broken Glass. Now, we have finally reached the number 1 spot on the top 30 albums that I listened to in 2025. It is Eusexual by FKA Twigs, just the OG album. This album was the definition, I feel like, of my year. It was the soundtrack of my year. She's truly captivating and just queen, and it's just... that's why I was so heartbroken by not being able to see this album in person. But the fact that I'm finally gonna be able to, it just brings me so much happiness. Okay, argue with the wall, bitch. I don't care. She is on another level from other artists, and we need to start waking that up. The fact she only got 1 Grammy nomination, which we'll take it, but baby, she should be sweeping every single one of those categories. But yes, that was my ranking of all the albums I listened to in 2025. Majority of this list I listen to all the time. Because it was a good year for music. I want to know your guys' ranking of your favorite albums from this year. Let me know, like, your top 10 favorite albums from this year, or, like, top 5 or something. Or if you want to do, like, top 100, girl, go at it. Like, I want to hear, I want to know. Subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time when I do something cute and gay and fun, okay? I'm thinking since the year is closing out, I should do, like, my end of the year rankings, and I want to do my favorite horror movies of 2025. I feel like that would be perfect. So anyways, bye!